that evening was just so special because the waves were really clean. It reminded me of 2016 when the waves were giant and offshore and just there wasn't a water out of place. It was just absolutely amazing. And I remember seeing the set from way out the back, and every 40 minutes it seemed like there was a really big wave. Everyone had been focusing on going on the left and kind of getting those really ledgy bowls, and no one was paying attention to the second reef cappers that were coming in. And I saw this one kind of like pop up and then back off way out to sea. And I remember going, okay, I want to position myself a little wide because a lot of these waves have been stretching super hard. So I started paddling kind of a little wider than where I would normally sit, and came over this little bump and just saw this perfectly lined up wave that started to break, and everyone to my right started bailing, and I was paddling up the side of it, kind of on the second reef, and realized, hey, I could actually turn around and maybe go because no one's even looking at this wave. Everyone's just trying to paddle over the horizon and bailing behind me. And so I just remember thinking, oh, I gotta do it because I'm like in the perfect spot for this chip shot. So I whip it around, and I remember paddling and doing like 3 strokes and standing up, and the second reef sort of ledge sort of breaking on my shoulder and sending all this spray and not being able to see anything. And I had all this time to sort of decide what I was gonna do. Should I commit to rolling into the bowl even though I can't see because I know it's there, or should I just kick out? And I knew I would have regretted kicking out, being that the wave was so perfect and big, and there was really no competition to catch it. It was just me and that wave in that moment. And I just said, you know what, I'm gonna go. And I pretty quickly turned over and started catching air and realized, oh no, it was way later than I thought. And I just barely could see the nose of my board, and I just see in my peripheral vision of spray hitting my face, the kind of the west bowl coming around. And I remember just sliding and skimming just maybe the inch of my tail all the way down this wave, and just kind of relying on my kiting and windsurfing and kind of my alternative sports of survival. And I just rode this thing out, and when I landed, the spray finally cleared because that spray was also coming off the nose of my board and hitting me. And I just remember looking up and just seeing this kind of wall, and then bottom turning real quick and feeling so good because the last thing I wanted to do was fall in the bowl at Mavs. And the drop itself was just kind of took all my abilities from these sports to pull it off. And I was glad I had a board that handles flying through the air really well. Had it been a little bit different shape, I think I would have landed and maybe fallen over. But the boards I have right now feel like